Hello friends, welcome to my channel Medical Stuff. Today we are going to discuss about the cardiovascular system. So let's move to the slide of cardiovascular system. So cardio means heart, vascular means vessels. It simply removes the carbon dioxide waste from tissue for removal and carries the essential nutrient, oxygen and blood to all the organ of the body. So, guys, cardio means heart, vascular means vessels. Simply removes the carbon dioxide for the removal and provides the nutrient oxygen to all the part of the organ. Now we discuss about the structure of heart. What exactly is the heart? What is the location of heart and how is it made? So, heart is a muscular organ made up of the muscles only, and function of heart is to pump the blood throughout the blood vessels of the circulatory system. Third point is what exactly heart do? It provides the body with oxygen and nutrient and remove the metabolic waste from our body. In the fourth point we are discussing about the location of the heart. That heart is located in the middle compartment of the mediastinum of chest. What is the mediastinum? This is the portion between the two chests. Basically, between the two chests, there is a middle compartment area known as the mediastinum. In this mediastinum, the heart is located. So this is the structure of heart made up of the muscles only. Function of heart to pump the blood throughout the blood vessels of the circulatory system, and it is located in the middle compartment of the mediastinum in the chest. The heart structure that it is made up of the cone shaped just like a softie. The below portion of the softie is known as a cone shaped, about the size of a loose fist. Means we can hold the heart in our fist, loose fist. Its size is of the only loose fist. Located in the mediastinum area between the two chests. If we talk about the extension, so from the level of the second rib to about the level of a sixth rib. Many ribs are present in our body, in our lungs. So, from the level of the second rib to about the level of a sixth rib, the heart is located. Slightly left of the middle line as well, located in the middle compartment of the chest, but it is slightly left of the middle line. If we talk about the heart is bordered, means what is present in front of the heart, behind the heart, and lower part of the heart. So, heart is covered by what area? So laterally by the lungs. In left and right side of the heart, the lungs are located posteriorly by the vertebral column. In the back side of the heart, the vertebral column is present. The anteriorly by the sternum. In front of the heart, what is present? The sternum bone is present. Rests on the diaphragm inferiorly. In the below side of the heart, the diaphragm is present. So the heart is bordered by these areas: left and right lungs, back side of the heart vertebral column present, in front of the heart sternum present, and below the heart the diaphragm is present. Now we are talking about the covering of the heart. There is generally only a one covering known as the pericardium. This white portion, look at the diagram, the white portion, this white portion is called the pericardium covering. What is the function of this pericardium? It covers the heart and large blood vessels attached to the heart. So generally it covers the heart, and whatever the large blood vessels present in the heart, it also covers the large blood vessels. Though this pericardium is a very thick layer that's divided into the two parts, visceral pericardium and parietal pericardium. What is a visceral pericardium? Visceral pericardium, also known as the epicardium. This is the innermost layer. Visceral pericardium means the innermost layer and directly on the heart. If we talk about the parietal pericardium, so this is the layer on the top of the visceral pericardium. The outer portion of the pericardium known as the parietal pericardium, and the inner portion of the parietal pericardium is known as the visceral pericardium. This visceral pericardium also known as the epicardium. So it is clear now, I hope, that what is the covering of heart. This is the pericardium, which is divided into the two parts, visceral pericardium and parietal pericardium. Now we are going to discuss about the walls of the heart. Generally, there are three types of walls of the heart. First is the epicardium, myocardium, and endocardium. Epi means outer, cardium means heart. As its name suggests, epi means outer. So this is the outermost layer. Fat to cushion heart. Look at the diagram. This epicardium. As we discussed earlier, this epicardium also known as the visceral pericardium. So this is the outermost layer, very fatty, that provides cushion to the heart so that it cannot get, it protects the heart to get damaged. So this is the outermost layer. If we talk about the myocardium, as its name suggests, myo means middle, cardium is heart. So this is the middle layer. This middle layer, look at the diagram. This is the middle layer. This layer is also known, this wall, this heart wall is known also known as the primarily cardiac muscle. If the question comes that what is the primarily cardiac muscle, so the answer will be myocardium. The third wall is known as the endocardium. Endo, as its name suggests, endo means inner, cardium means heart. So this is the innermost layer. Look at the diagram now. Endocardium. Endo means inner, cardium means heart. This is the innermost layer, very thin and smooth. The thin, if we are talking about the thin, so what does it mean? Means it gets stretches as the heart pump. As the heart gets pumped, then it gets stretches. So there are three type of wall: heart wall, epicardium, myocardium, endocardium. If we are discussing about the covering of the heart, so that is only one known as the pericardium. Now we are going to discuss about the chamber of heart. Generally, there are four chambers present in our heart: two atria and two ventricle. If we look at the diagram, so look, these upper chambers, right atrium and left atrium. These are the upper chamber known as the two atrium. Right ventricle and left ventricle. These are the lower chamber known as the ventricle. So two atria and two ventricle. Upper chambers are known as the atrium. Left and right side are present, which are separated by interatrial septum. In this diagram, look, right and left atrium are separated by the interatrial septum. There is one septum present between right atrium and left atrium, which is known as the interatrial septum. Now we discuss about the ventricles. So lower chambers are known as the ventricles, left and right ventricles. These right ventricle and left ventricle are divided by a septum which is known as the interventricular septum. There is one more septum present known as the atrioventricular septum. What is the function of this atrioventricular septum? This septum separates the atria from the ventricle. It separates the atria from the ventricle. So here one septum present which separate the atria, upper atrium from the lower ventricle, known as the atrioventricular septum. I hope this is clear now that four chambers are present in our heart: two atrium and two ventricle. Upper chamber are known as the atrium and lower chamber are known as the ventricle. Now we are going to discuss about the action during the contraction of heart chamber. What exactly happens when the heart chamber gets contracted? It is very obvious that what is the function of the chamber to get contraction. Now what actions happen when these chambers get contracted? We will discuss about step by step that what happens when the right atrium contracts, what happens when right ventricle contracts, and left atrium and left ventricle contracts. One by one we will discuss about the action during the contraction of the heart. So as the right atrium gets contracted, look in the diagram, this is the right atrium. As it gets contracted, so this tricuspid valve opens and blood fills in the right ventricle. So very simple, as it gets contracted, this tricuspid valve opens so that the blood can fill easily in the right ventricle. Now we discuss about the right ventricle contract. When this right ventricle contracts, this tricuspid valve gets closed and pulmonary semilunar valve opens so that the blood flows in the pulmonary artery. So very simple. When the right ventricle gets contracted, this tricuspid valve gets closed and pulmonary semilunar valve. Here, the pulmonary valve present, it gets open and blood flows into the pulmonary artery. Now we discuss about the this actions during the contraction of heart. Left atrium contract. When the left atrium gets contracted, this bicuspid or mitral valve opens and blood fill into the left ventricle. When the left ventricle contracts, this bicuspid valve closes and this bicuspid valve closes and aortic semilunar valve. This is the aortic valve it gets open so that blood push into the aorta. Now we discuss about the valve of the heart. Generally, four valves are present in our body. Four chambers are present and four valves are present in the heart. First, we discuss about the tricuspid valve. This is the tricuspid valve. This tricuspid valve present between the right atrium and the right ventricle. What is the function of tricuspid valve? Prevent blood from flowing back into the right atrium when the right ventricle contracts. When this right ventricle gets contracted, so this tricuspid valve gets closed and so that the blood cannot enter flow back in the right atrium. So it prevents blood from flowing back from right ventricle to the right atrium when the right ventricle gets contracted. Now we discuss about the bicuspid valve. This bicuspid valve, also known as the mitral valve, this is present between the left atrium and left ventricle. If we discuss about the function of mitral valve, so this prevents blood from flowing back from left ventricle to the left atrium when the left ventricle contracts. When the left ventricle contracts, that time this mitral valve gets closed so that the blood cannot flow back in the left atrium. Now we discuss about the pulmonary valve. This pulmonary valve is present between the right ventricle and the pulmonary artery. Function of pulmonary valve is that prevent blood from flowing back in the right ventricle. As the blood has entered in the pulmonary artery, so this pulmonary valve gets closed so that when it gets closed, that time it prevent blood from flowing back in the right ventricle. If we talk about the aortic valve, this aortic valve is present between the left ventricle and the aorta. As the blood pushed already in the aorta, so this aortic valve gets closed. In this way, it prevents blood from flowing back in the left ventricle. So very simple that tricuspid, bicuspid, pulmonary valve and aortic valve. These four valves are present in our heart, and overall the function is to prevent blood from flowing back in the atrium or in the ventricle side. In every case, that is the difference. In the tricuspid, it prevents blood from flowing back in the right atrium. Similarly, in the mitral and pulmonary aortic valve. Now we discuss about the blood circulation. So blood circulation. First, let's discuss about the pure blood and the impure blood. Pure blood is that blood in which the oxygen is present. Impure blood is that blood in which the carbon dioxide is present. Generally, two veins are present in the heart known as the superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. The function of these veins is to carry the impure blood from our whole body. Superior vena cava carries the blood from the upper level of the heart. Superior means upper. So carries the blood from the upper level of the heart. Upper level of heart means it carries the impure blood from the head, from the face. So after carrying the impure blood and put it into the right atrium. This inferior vena cava carry the impure blood from the lower level of the heart. Inferior means downward. Carry the lower level of the heart. So it carries the lower level of the impure blood, like from the legs, from the stomach. Look at the diagram. This superior vena cava is carrying the impure blood from the upper level of the heart. This inferior vena cava is carrying the impure blood from the lower level of the heart. After carrying the impure blood from the whole body, they put it into the right atrium. Here, they put the impure blood in the right atrium. Later on, as the right atrium gets contracted, this tricuspid valve gets open and put the impure blood in the right ventricle. From the right atrium, the blood goes in the right ventricle as the right atrium gets contracted. Now the impure blood is present in the right ventricle. Now this right ventricle gets contracted, so this pulmonary valve gets open and blood push into the pulmonary artery. Guys, this pulmonary generally the arteries carries the pure blood in our body, but this pulmonary artery is a special kind of artery which is carrying the impure blood from the right ventricle. So keep this thing in mind that pulmonary artery is that special kind of artery which is carrying the impure blood from the right ventricle. As the blood has entered in the pulmonary artery, so this impure blood is going into the lungs. In the lungs, what is happening? The conversion of the blood. basically the conversion of pure blood and the impure blood. This in the lungs, the pure blood is converted in the impure blood is converted into the pure blood. How is it converted? By removing the carbon dioxide from the impure blood, and so in this way it is get converting into the pure blood in which only the oxygen is present. As the blood purification is done in the lungs, so these pulmonary veins carrying the pure blood and put it into the right atrium. Look, from the lungs, the pure blood is entering into the left atrium here in the left atrium. Now, as the left atrium get contract, this pure blood gets enter in the left ventricle. This mitral valve gets open. So, in this way, the pure blood is entering into the left ventricle. Now, what is the function of left ventricle? To get contract. As the left ventricle get contract, this mitral valve get closed and this aortic valve gets open. Now, the blood pushed into the aorta. As the blood pushed into the aorta, so look here, the three arrows are present, means the aorta is divided into the sub arteries known as the arterioles. So with the help of those arterioles, the pure blood will be transferred to the rest of the body. So with the help of this diagram, I hope you are able to understand the process of the blood circulation in heart. Very simple, guys. These superior vena cava and inferior vena cava are carrying the impure blood and put it into the right atrium. From the right atrium goes into the right ventricle. From right ventricle goes into the pulmonary artery, then lungs. From lungs, the conversion of the blood happens in the lungs. The pure blood enter into the left atrium, then left ventricle, then aorta. From aorta to rest of the body. Now, guys, next let's move to the next slide. In next slide, we will discuss that how basically look. Let's start from this right atrium. The impure blood is carrying into the right atrium with the help of superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. Blood goes in the right ventricle. Then from right ventricle, it goes into the lungs. The purification of blood happens in the lungs. From lungs, the blood goes into the left atrium. The pure blood is present in the left atrium. Now, the pure blood enters in the left ventricle. Next, rest of the body. With the help of this diagram also you can understand the process of the blood circulation in our heart. In the next slide we are discussing about the heart sound. One cardiac cycle, two heart sound, lub and dub when the valve in the heart snapshot. First question arises that when the heart sound arises, when our valves in the heart snap shut, when the valves in the heart gets closed, then the heart sound create, that is known as a lub and dub. Now discuss about the lub. What is a lub? This is the first sound of the heart. When the ventricles contract, the tricuspid and bicuspid snapshot. What is mentioned here, guys? When the ventricles contract, the tricuspid and bicuspid valve closed. So the below chambers of the heart, when the below chambers of the heart get contract, then the tricuspid and bicuspid valve get closed. In this way, as it gets closed, then the first sound arises known as the lub. Now we are discussing about the second sound known as the dub. When does it sound arise? When the atria contract, when the upper chamber of the heart gets contract, that time the pulmonary and aortic valve snap shut, closed. The pulmonary and aortic valve gets closed. In this way, the dub sound creates. So generally, two heart sound creates when these sounds get created when the valves in the heart snap shut, get closed. So first sound is the lub, second sound is the dub. In the next slide, okay guys, here we have closed this cardiovascular chapter. I hope you are able to understand it in a very simple way. Please guys subscribe and like my channel. Thank you guys.